Hey everybody, Mishan Pils, Executive Vice President for Business Development at Medical Informatics. All of these years selling technology into hospitals, like I said, you really start to figure out what's the actual usage of the thing I said was going to be good for them to buy. It all kind of comes together when you're actually in that hospital room and you're seeing your loved one actually need care. So my husband at 43 years old said to me one day, I don't feel good, right? And he had been complaining about not feeling good for years and years, and we didn't know what was wrong with him. And he got to the point where he said, I can't get off the couch. So I said, we need to go to the emergency room. We go to the emergency room, and they can't find anything wrong with him. His EKGs are fine, his blood work is fine. And all of a sudden they said, let's just take a chest x-ray just to be sure as to why you can't get off the couch. It turns out that he had a myxoma, which is a tumor that is attached to your septum wall, and it builds and grows, and it grew so large that it was stopping blood from getting to parts of his body, and it was pulling up back into his lungs. So I am devastated. I think, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my husband. And those are the first things you always think about when you hear something that devastating. A week later, he had a life-saving surgery. They rebuilt his heart. He starts to heal in the ICU. He's doing better. He moves to step down. And that's where I saw everything crumble. He had been given a medicine combination. And for some reason, it didn't really show up until hours and hours later, which is what we see all the time with Sickbay. There are minute changes happening, but nobody knew about them. And so all of a sudden, I'm sitting here and just, looking at my phone or whatever. I don't know how long those alarms had gone off because I was also immune to them. So if you think about how many alarms are going off constantly for those clinicians, there is an exact reason why they have alarm fatigue, and I had it too, just as a patient family member. I look up and he has been clutching his chest. His heart rate has shot sky high from 40 heart rate to almost 300. His oxygen levels are going down, they're plummeting. So he's dying right in front of me. Of course, the alarms are blaring, but nobody's coming. And this is during COVID. So I go to the nurse call that I had sold at hospital, and I go to press the nurse, and it lands in somebody's voicemail inbox. And not only am I so frightened because I'm looking at my husband just dying right in front of me, possibly dying, that also my career that had been built on, making sure that the hospitals and their staff and the IT departments knew how to structure the nurse call systems and to program them and to use them, and that they shouldn't go to a voicemail when somebody needs it the most. All of that came crumbling in front of me at the same exact time. I go to the hallway. My hand is on the code blue button that I also sold at hospital. And I know exactly what happens when you press that code blue button. So I start screaming down the hallway. And I don't know if it had been 45 seconds. I don't know if it had been a minute or so, but people finally start coming. And they're running towards the room, not because they didn't care and finally they cared to show up. It wasn't that at all. There weren't enough staff. We just don't have enough people. And when they know something is wrong, they come running because they care and they want to do something to help. So what I learned in that moment was even the best technology is going to fail us if we don't have predictive care. And we cannot have predictive care if we don't have all the information. And that's why I'm here.